just reading about the results from other places. And and looking at here in the city, I know that it can be done and results can happen.
Curbing crime before it happens. It's part of a new strategy unveiled recently by the University of Michigan Flint's Public Safety Department. It's called problem-oriented policing. This initiative is concentrated on the downtown Flint area and a few surrounding streets. What this will do is put more patrols in the downtown area, but at the same time, all neighborhoods across the city of Flint will benefit.
143, Officer Cooper and Summers for domestic trouble.
It's 4 p.m. and University of Michigan Flint police officers McCoy Edwards and Edward Smith are making their final checks as they gear up for a night of patrols. They're ready to roll out, but they won't be on campus. Instead, they'll be on the bricks and streets around downtown Flint, patrolling by car and on foot.
This program allows us to slow down, focus on the problem, and let's solve it, so that way it doesn't recur again. The two are part of patrols by the University of Michigan Flint's Public Safety Department, doing what is known as problem-oriented policing. From 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, several officers from the department will now act as first responders in this area of downtown Flint. They'll answer lower priority calls that come into 911, like theft, vandalism. They'll even make traffic stops. So far, the response has been pretty good. People knowing that they can call 911 and an officer can be there within a matter of 2 minutes. It's very good, especially business owners, people that live in the region here, knowing that the response times is really short. Problem-oriented policing has been around since the 70s. Director of Public Safety Ray Hall brought it to the department in 2022. At the heart of the initiative, for policing to be proactive, looking for those potential drivers of crime.
You can't arrest your way out of issues that we face here in our community or any community for that matter. It's a comprehensive approach. It's an acknowledgement that it takes a holistic approach. For example, if we're getting any issues with homeless personnel, hanging out in front of businesses, we then go speak with that person and say, what can we do to fix this issue? So that way people won't call 911 anymore because the issue is already solved. How you doing? Visibility is key, letting people and business owners know that there are officers available at any moment in downtown. Part of the initiative is community connection as well. The two sometimes park and walk through businesses and neighborhoods.
How you guys doing? How you doing, bro?
Getting to know the people they serve. By us doing that night after night, people start getting to know us by name, by faces, and it makes the relationship a lot easier. It's when people know who, will respond when something is going on.
Hey, how you doing? An officer from Ann Arbor can't come to the city and talk to a Flint resident, and a Flint resident recognized, I went to school with him, I will talk to him and I will let him know the problem, and then y'all can talk together. Things like that matter.
It helps us quite a bit.
And while this is taking place downtown, Flint Police Chief Terrence Green says this partnership with U of M Flint has been a huge help to Flint PD.
So that frees us up and to address bigger issues and more violent crime areas and other areas of the city with active priority 1 calls.
Putting more Flint police officers on patrols where they are needed most, in neighborhoods around the city, and cutting response times, allowing Flint police officers to respond much faster during an emergency.
So that's the goal of this project, is to free us up and be able to, number one, respond to calls for services in the outlying areas in a reasonable amount of time, reducing our response time to priority 1 calls, priority 2 calls, and also increase our visibility in these areas, especially these high crime areas.
This program allows us to slow down, focus on the problem, and let's solve it.
Officers Edwards and Smith are former Flint police officers. They tell me the ability to be proactive when it comes to crime and patrolling and protecting the community they grew up in is what drew them to the U of M Flint Public Safety Initiative. And they believe that it'll help make a difference and create a safer city of Flint overall.
What is it that makes you say, you know what, today was a good day, I did a good job today?
Honestly, seeing all my fellow co-workers, we all go home safe. Knowing we dealt with a problem and a business owner say, I thank y'all very much for that. We can go home and say, we made a difference today. We added another citizen on our roster to support the police.
So how will we know if this initiative is a success? Well, both chiefs tell me that will actually happen this summer. That is when there will be more events and more people out in downtown Flint. In the meantime, Chief Hall tells me he has plans to hire more officers.